Far different from modern times, clothes used to reflect the identity of a culture. An exhibition showcasing Palestinian heritage through the art of embroidery is underway in a satellite exhibit in Beirut. At the seams is the first of its kind being held by the Palestinian Museum, located in the occupied West Bank.
An assortment of colors and patterns crafted into a dress. All these garments are on show in Beirut as part of the At the Seams, a political history of Palestinian embroidery exhibition. Communicating without words and with a language of its own, each piece is steeped in tradition, displaying a uniqueness in character and origin.
The work from Ramallah is different from the work from Beit Lahem, is different from the kinds of motifs that were practiced in Jerusalem. And you can understand this via the kinds of motifs they used. In Jaffa, for instance, which is by the sea, you maybe see motifs related to water or to oranges, where they grew a lot of oranges. In Hebron, you have a lot of the vine motif, because this was a real grape-growing region.
Most of the more than 50 dresses on display belong to Widat Kawar and Malak Al-Husseini Abdurrahim. Apart from being visually impressive, they're meant to shed light on their personal and collective history.
Palestinian embroidery has intersected in often unusual and unexpected ways some of the big picture political events of the last 100 years in Palestine. So the ways that it has played a role in the Palestinian resistance movement of the 1970s, or during the first Intifada, when women began to embroider these explicitly nationalistic motifs onto their dresses and wear them in the front line of protest.
The organizers of the event visited many refugee camps in Jordan and Lebanon for their research. Children from one of the larger camps took part in workshops.
Today we learned how to embroider, how to create a pattern out of squares. We learned to complete the embroidery and form each square by doing an X.
The host of the event, Zahra Al-Nimar for Arts and Culture, hopes to change the perception of Palestinians.
It's important for them to understand the history of women in Palestine back in the day through this, because this is the only thing that we have remaining of the women in terms of clothing and in terms of narratives as well.
The non-profit foundation wants to reacquaint the next generation of Palestinians to their beautifully rich heritage and culture.